Let's go. Why? Why?
This is how the day is starting off. Can't get out my front gate. Ow. Because it was frozen. Yep. Oh, gosh. Yeah, buds, I know. It's cold. That is definitely slippery. Uh-oh. That's not good. It's probably because of the... I can't turn it off. Shoot. Can't turn it off. How to get in here? Yeah, we don't have to do it just yet, but yikes. Jeez Louise. Things froze, the hose is frozen to the ground. Oh, there's not too much ice on the water. It's a really good sign. Oh my gosh. Most importantly, everybody looks like they're doing fine. Except for the grass, which is hard as a rock. I mean, this is all frozen. Completely. Look, I just broke grass. Hey, look, you want to see the most efficient lawnmower? Watch. Yikes. So what's up, everyone? Welcome back to the channel. Today, no cowboy hat. Why? It's cold, and you know, I don't want to lose my ears. So last night we experienced something that I didn't think that was possible. So it was like 32 degrees, and it was raining, so it turned into snow. I mean, just the tiniest little snowflakes. Then I heard thunder. Didn't think it was thunder for a second, because I went, can't snow and thunder at the same time. Apparently it can. It's called thunder snow. It doesn't happen very often, but it does happen, and that's what happened last night. Thunder snow. Yeah. Read up on it a little bit. It usually happens around the Great Lakes or up in Montana area. Never down here. Happened yesterday. Why? Arctic blast. I mean, look. The electric wire is frozen. I almost don't even want to touch it because of yeah, I might snap it. So how am I gonna get this? Man, this is yikes. That's pretty extreme. Just don't get shocked, don't get shocked, don't get shocked. Okay, not shocked. Okay. So that'll work for now, I guess. So the plan is anyways to move the cows over into the permanent paddock over there by that tree. Just so when this happens, even worse in the next couple days, yeah, I don't have to come out here and be as difficult, and I don't have to be worried about breaking poly wire. Well, the plan is to unroll this hay bale out for the cows because, yeah, it's this is different. This is different. We're gonna get them in here. I'm gonna run a water line from the house water because that won't freeze like the well, and the real long pipes that we have, like almost we have about 3/4 of a mile of water line running throughout the farm, and it's all above ground, so that's useless right now. Why? Just everything. So I'm gonna unroll this hay bale and see about moving the cows in here. This is different. Is this seriously how I'm gonna have to unwrap this hay bale? Look at this. It's like coming off in chunks. What the heck? Like, look at this. Okay, what in the world? Like, seriously? Oh my gosh. I have honestly never in my life seen anything like this. This is, mind you, Southern California boy here, where the coldest we've gotten ever, I think, is like 40 degrees, maybe 38. Wow. It's like unwrapping a present that Oh my gosh. Like it's just breaking. Looks like one of those, like, you know, in science class when they brought in the rubber basketball, put it in the liquid nitrogen, or liquid, whatever that's called. I think it's nitrogen. And then they dropped it and it shattered. That's what this is. Oh my gosh. Like, seriously? Wow. Is this normal? I mean, that's how we're having to do the hay bales? Okay, well, play the hand that you're dealt, I guess, and figure it out. Yikes. It's like it has a shell. Be a farmer, they said. It'll be fun, they said, right? Well, that's true. Spring, it's awesome. Fall, it's awesome. Summertime, it's pretty awesome. You just have to come in a little bit earlier because it's hot. Wintertime has been awesome so far, up until you have a polar vortex, Arctic blast, ice storm with a thunder snow. Then it sucks. This also makes me go, what's the temperature back in my hometown in California? It's 46 degrees. It's okay, I still don't want to go back. Never going back there. It sucks. Looney Tunes. People are nice, most of them. Majority? Yeah, I'd say majority. Majority are nice. Just California. Alright, make a note. Frozen hay bales don't unroll. Well, that hay bale is not the best one. It's gonna get up to 39 degrees today, so hopefully. So once it gets, you know, unfrozen and stuff, I should be able to move the other one better by getting the truck in here. I don't feel comfortable driving on this because, I mean, it's slick. It's really slick. But I just need to give something for the llamas and the smaller cows to eat. So I was able to unroll this much, but man, those things stick together. That thing is kind of a block right now. I'm not able to get much off of it at all. So I'll unroll that completely too when it warms up a little bit. But yikes, this is not what I was expecting. Even though I was preparing for it, I just didn't know what to expect. And now next time I'm gonna do a much better job, because now what I gotta do is I need to get another hay bale out and ready over in this position over here to get out when this one finishes, because this one should only last them a couple days. Also, on a totally unrelated note, the one thing that ice storms are good for is cutting down a tree with massive thorns on them. Why? Because the ice actually acts like a little, like barrier between you and the thorn, and you don't, I mean, it's like rounded more, not so pointy, and you don't get stuck. So that's me trying to look on the bright side of stuff. Cut down thorny trees when an ice storm hits. One thing it's good for. Don't know if it's good for anything else. One thing it's good for. Things aren't going according to plan, so we got to come up with a contingency plan. Now, if I can't get the truck in here to move that bale, what I think I'm going to do is, I think I'm going to do this. I have that bale out there that I was going to use for when this cleared up, and then I was going to move them from here into there. But that doesn't really look like the case right now, because if it's like this, I don't want to drive the truck over here. Because one, I'll make a ton of ruts because the ground's actually decently soft. Maybe not there because it's rocks, but the ground is actually decently soft once you get past the layer of ice on it, because you know that's how it's heating up from the bottom up. But this bale here should last them 2 or 3 days. I think I'm going to push them and make it last 3 days, especially with that one over there that they can munch on. And then they're gonna have this whole paddock, and then I'm gonna open up most of the corral for them so they can get in there. So then there's still some. Look, check it out. Maybe they don't want to eat right next to their old manure, but look at that. Can you tell that that fertilizes? Look at this. Look. They might not want to eat that, and I don't know if I necessarily want them eating that, but worst case scenario, they can, because it's there. Look at this. It's actually growing up pretty strong. I don't know what kind of grass that is, but I like it. I like it. I wish I had that in this whole paddock. And actually across this whole farm. Okay. So I'm up just a little bit, so maybe I can do that. Yeah, my hair's all messed up, but it's okay. It's winter time. You have to just deal. So between 1, 2, and we'll call that a quarter of a bale, especially after I enrolled it, that should get us out of this mess. And then once we get out of this in about a week, should be about 5 days actually, then we can go back to normal. But right now, yikes. All right, let's go get the cows. Come on, cows, come on. Come on, 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 cows. Let's go. Why? There's no need for that. Come on, cows. Come on, go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Now let's go get Yoli. That is my favorite cow, but she gives me so much trouble sometimes. And I'm going to tell you a little bit why I decided to move him into this paddock specifically for this crazy polar vortex Arctic blast thing. Okay, that is this. Don't have their water filled up yet, but I strategically placed them to where I think I might scoot this one over. But under here is a rock, and it's up against the side of the building. And what this is going to do is this building, because it's one south facing, and then two, it's metal. And then two, it's metal. It'll retain more heat than anywhere else. This right here is a little tiny microclimate. So if you take the north right there, it blocks the north wind, so it keeps it a little bit warmer, okay? Then on like an angle, it should protect out to about here. That's why it's a little bit greener here. There's a little bit more stuff growing up. There's actually more than just a couple reasons. The second one is that this is a permanent paddock. They can't get out of here. They're in the corrals. And then there's, what's this, sheep and goat wire the whole way on both sides. Now, electric fence doesn't always like to cooperate during you know, freezing times, because the grounding rod sometimes can't ground out, and the grounding rod in our Charger is only so deep. So in here they can't get out. Why? Permanent. Another reason, let me show you this. We have a bathtub that was used as a water trough, but I'll fill that up when I can. So that adds, I don't know, it's a 50-gallon tub maybe. That holds 50 gallons of more water when I'm gonna have trouble moving it around the farm. The last reason, check this out. Similar to the one with the water, here's the barn. This is, I guarantee you, this is where they're gonna sleep. Why? It's a big barn. They're not gonna go inside. I thought about it, I did think about it, but I still have too many nails and too many boards in there that when I was tearing everything out, that it's just not safe for them. And then I don't want them to get a nail or whatever stuck in their hoof, or just when they lay down. Just not a good idea. Next year, if this isn't fixed up into an event center yet, we'll think about it. If hopefully something like this doesn't happen again, it's the coldest it's going to be in 30 years. 32 years actually. But as Jordan and Sheep are showing you right now, this also is a microclimate. You can see how green the grass is here. If these boards were gone from when I was ripping out the stuff in the barn, this whole area would be green. Why? It's blocking the north wind. This area here retains a lot more heat. And I can tell you this, just by standing here, it's 5 to 10 degrees warmer just because we're out of the wind. I mean, if we can just get them out of the wind and dry, because there's overhangs on the other side, that's a good thing. That makes them, that puts them in a good position. Huh, Strawberry? Huh, Strawberry? You happy about this? It's much warmer over here. So I bet you anything that they're gonna sleep over here, because much, much, much warmer. Now I could be wrong, but that's just my thinking about why I'm moving the cows here, and it's just easier. And oh, last reason too, actually, there's one more. The house right there through those trees in the gate, okay, I can run a water line from the house water, not the well, to where the water is over on that side. That way I don't have to rely on our water lines, which are above ground, freezing. Also, a little fun fact, where we are in Texas, we can almost grow citrus, kind of grow citrus, you know, the more cold hardy, more mandarin oranges, Meyer lemon. If we do that, this is where we're going to plant the trees, right here. Why? Microclimate. Again, that's why we're going to put the water here. And the last thing that we do is we got to take care of these. These are olive trees. We got 2 of them, and they're not looking so good right now because of the ice. So I'm going to cover these up, and if they're not looking good at, it's now like 32, 33 degrees. They're not going to look so hot at 3. So, hey, Jenny. Okay. So out here with Jenny and Callie, and we're going to get these covered up. What I did was cover up, I don't know if you necessarily have to cover up the tree. It's just, the whole thing was frozen. It was an ice cube. So I want to see if I can help that warm up a little bit faster with it being black. And then put this around the base. It's not very big, the base. I remember planting it just, about a month and a half ago. And that's the key. As long as you can keep that warm, you should be okay. And black trash bags is what I have right now to do it. Should be able to be okay. The stem there, or the trunk, if you want to call it that, should be fine. Got to do the same thing for that one there, and let's hope we survive. Now, one of the things that we're going to do here is plant these olive trees along our entire driveway. See, we have a long winding driveway, and I think it'd be really cool to have olive trees because they're really pretty, lining the whole driveway. Now, what we have to Now some people are asking us, okay, why don't you just go plant the whole driveway in olive trees? One, because we don't know if they're gonna actually grow here very good, because we're right on the edge of where they grow, and with this storm coming, they can't survive this. I mean, if I didn't do that, there'd be no chance of them surviving it. So look, I mean, it's an ice cube right now, and I kind of feel bad. I should have done this maybe yesterday, but that'll warm up. If it gets super windy out, I'll probably take off the top one, but the main thing is we need to make sure that they can grow here. So even going back to my baseball days, my motto was aim small, miss small. So we're gonna aim small by just trying to grow 2, make sure they can survive a year, maybe 2, and then what we'll do is, as soon as we realize that they can do it, then we'll plant the whole thing. But why go and buy what will probably be 40-50 olive trees and then kill all of them? That doesn't make any sense. So we're gonna take care of this guy. He's not looking so hot. Look, you can see the wire out there. It's only 17 gauge wire. Look how thick it looks because it's got a whole layer of ice on it. Nuts. Both of these are done. See, I really wish that I would have like a microclimate here. I mean, I almost even considered like getting some sheet metal or some tin and like putting some 2x4s in the ground or some sort of fence post and blocking the north wind off, because you can see which way they're both leaning. Why? Because one, the wind, and 2, they're trying to get to the sun. So they should be okay. I think they should be okay. But again, aim small, miss small. If this doesn't work out, probably try it again and reevaluate and do something different, because you just don't want to give up after one shot. But hopefully, you know, this works out, they stay alive, and we can line our whole driveway with olive trees.